Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. This afternoon, it's really afternoon, it's probably, I don't know, let me look. It's 3 o'clock and we've just gotten hungry, and so this afternoon we're going to have a kale salad. Now I watched a video where a lady did the kale a little bit different for the salad, and I wanted to show y'all what she did, which I thought was a good idea. Alright, so I've washed the kale thoroughly, and I've also taken the really large stems off of it, and then kind of tried to dry it as much as I could with a little paper towel. So what she did was she had the kale, broken up into bite-sized pieces like that, and she put extra light olive oil on it. Put a little bit on there like that. And then she put salt in it, good amount of salt. And then, as she described it, she massaged it, kind of squeezing it together. And what happens is it gets a deeper green color, and I guess some of the juices maybe come out of it a little bit. But you just kind of squeeze it and mash it. And of course the density or the amount goes down a little bit. But anyway, I thought that was a really good idea. So I decided to make mine that way today. Now I'm going to put different stuff on mine than what she did. But I thought the way she did the kale was very interesting. See how much darker it is now? And it smells really, really good now too. Just massage it, is what she said. And I have to agree, I like the looks of that. And I've also put some olive oil and a little salt on some of it while I go and taste it of it, and I really, really like it. Alright, so this would be in place of, the regular lettuce. Alright, let me see if I can't wipe some of this oil off my hands. And we're ready to assemble the salads. Now I want to tell you what I did as a salad dressing. And I'm sorry I wasn't videotaping when I first started making this, but hold on, let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the salad dressing I made for this particular salad we're going to have today. And I didn't videotape it, and I'm sorry about that. I should have. But this is one large bulb, the whole bulb of garlic, and I cut the garlic, across it, not up and down, but sort of, across it. And so then I used some olive oil and just gently cooked that till it was tender and just a teeny bit brown. Then I added some onion sprouts, is what I call them. They're sprouts I got off from the onions out in the garage. There were 4 or 5 of them that were starting to sprout, so I cut those off and put those in with the garlic. Then I added red bell pepper and green bell pepper, and I just, sauteed those for maybe about 5 minutes. Then I added a little bit of apple cider vinegar, maybe a tablespoon, and maybe 1/4 of a cup of water, and then I just cooked it for, 10 or 15 minutes. So everything in here is done, and it's also cool now. So we're going to use this as a dressing. Alright, so here we go. Now I've already got the plates ready. I'm going to have to move y'all over to the side. So hold on. Here we go. See if I couldn't do that without having to cut the camera off. There we go. At least you can see one plate this way. I'll back it up. There, you can almost see both of them. Hold on. There we go. Now you can see both of them. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is put the kale on the plates. And I'm going to leave a little room up in this corner because I'm going to put some dessert on a plate also. And of course the kale is definitely softened now and really a darker green. Alright, so there's the base of the salad right there. And I also cooked some quinoa this morning. This is just the tan colored quinoa, and I use that because this is where you get your protein and lots of other stuff. And it's all cool, so I'm going to put that right on top of that kale. And again, this will give the protein. And the quinoa is actually a seed, and you can certainly buy quinoa in Whole Foods Market, and you can buy quinoa in Bilo now. Alright, so now I'm going to add the dressing to the top of this. Another spoon. So I'll put that right on top of the quinoa. I love garlic, so if you don't like garlic, I don't think you'll like this recipe because there's a lot of garlic. And then cooked garlic, of course, is much milder tasting, really, than fresh. Alright, so I'm using every bit of that on these salads. I'm going to make a little well sort of in the middle of it, or flatten it out. Alright, so there's the dressing. And now on top of this, these are chopped tomatoes, and I got a whole bushel of vine-ripened tomatoes at the farmer's market last week, and we've been keeping them in the garage, and that's working out really, really well. And these are great tomatoes. And by the way, I'll have to tell you, I got a whole bushel for $11, which I thought was really good considering the time of year it is. So we'll use all of those tomatoes. And remember, our dressing is really just below the tomatoes. And now I've got some cilantro here, just a little bit all chopped up. I'm going to put that right on top of the tomatoes. And they'll also need just a little bit of salt, not much. Alright, so now we're ready for our dessert. And that's going to be some pineapple and some orange slices. And I slice these relatively thin with one of those ceramic knives. Alright, so I'm going to put the orange slices right over to one side. And there we go. And then right on top of the oranges, I'm going to put the pineapple. This is still partially frozen, but it is that super sweet pineapple. That's what it is. Oop. And we are trying to be a little healthier. Raisins that I put in some water in the microwave, heated them up an hour, hour and a half ago, and then drained them, and I'm going to put that on top of the pineapple. Just a few right on top. They're real easy to eat. You know, they're not like chewy anymore, and it gives you that extra little punch, really. Alright, so there's the dessert right on the plate. This is some whole wheat bread I baked, I don't know, I'm thinking 2 months ago, and I had in the freezer, so I sliced it really thin and put butter on it and, you know, melted that down a little bit, and then I put honey all over it. Can you see that? It's got honey all over it, butter and honey. So that's going to be our bread. And I see it even soaks through to the other side. It's really, really good this way. And we love it, so I know we'll eat every last piece of this. One right there. Alright. Put this one under there. Alright, there's our salad. I can't wait to eat. And I think it's fairly healthy with the exception of maybe the butter. But the rest of it is certainly very healthy. I've already got our tea ready. So we're ready to eat. All right, we'll see y'all next time. I'll give you a close-up of this. Flip the camera around. There we go. Now look at that kale, what a deep green it is. And I'll have to tell you, it tastes really, really good with that olive oil and salt kind of massaged into it. There's the pineapple and orange slices and the whole wheat bread, and that is really whole wheat bread, okay? It's really dark. And there's Mr. Bucky's plate. All right, we will see y'all next time.